During the second public hearing from the January 6th committee, new footage was released of Bill Barr's testimony under oath. The former Attorney General told the House Select Committee that Trump's conspiracy theories about the election were ridiculous nonsense and claimed that he told him so. While some believe he is emerging as an unlikely star of the hearings, not all are in agreement. MSNBC's Joe Scarborough shamed Barr for remaining silent about Donald Trump's election lies until he was put under penalty of perjury. Take a look.
Left.
Bill Barr. Yep. Even after he left, he leaves.
Come on.
He gives this positive statement when he's leaving. And then I believe when he's asked in March about Trump, he said he'd vote for him again. I appreciate the opportunity to update you this afternoon. He wrote in his resignation department, review of the voter fraud allegations and how these elections will continue to be pursued. He knew it was a lie. He said it was, quote, bullshit.
Wow.
And yet he puts in departure a note about how we're going to continue pursuing these allegations that Barr says repeatedly he knows is a lie, and then says later he'd vote for him again. That's just unpatriotic. I mean, I don't want to get too melodramatic. I think it's sick, and there's just no excuse. Especially, it's always sick. But the way that people in Washington think, that go, "Oh, I've got to protect my career," don't really understand you protecting your career more than, protecting the flag, protecting the Constitution.
Let's discuss the timeline surrounding Barr's testimony to the House Select Committee. In February of 2019, Barr was sworn in along party lines as Trump's Attorney General. Throughout his term, Barr used his position to insulate the White House and Trump's allies from congressional oversight and federal prosecution, most notably with his handling of Robert Mueller's report on Russian collusion and his interference in the case of Michael Flynn. A visible rift between Barr and Trump began to appear in the wake of the November 2020 presidential election. Trump repeatedly publicly criticized Barr for not perpetuating the big lie that the election had been stolen. Ultimately, Barr resigned in December following rumors that Trump was planning to fire him. His testimony to the House Select Committee focused on the days following the election and the conversations that he had with Trump. He described his ultimate reason for leaving in his testimony yesterday.
I made it clear I did not agree with the idea of saying the election was stolen and putting out this stuff, which I told the president was bullshit. And, I didn't want to be a part of it, and that's one of the reasons that went into me deciding to leave when I did.
Although his testimony did aid in shedding light to the events surrounding January 6th, Barr did not come forward to warn the public until he and former President Trump were long out of office. Too little, too late? In the words of Joe Scarborough, what was it worth for you, Bill? Thank you for tuning in to Raw Story TV. Please be sure to check out the headlines at rawstory.com. Stay informed and tap below to take action by liking, subscribing, and joining all those who like their news raw.